Greetings, everybody. My name is Kirsten. Some people call me Kay, and I am the founder and director of Legacy Motion. Legacy Motion is a US-based nonprofit, we work overseas as well, that offers somatic therapy, body-based tools, and embodied practices to survivors and people who are currently living with trauma, individuals and communities. I'm here today to talk to you about our module 2 of our 300-hour trauma-informed facilitator training that's coming up and starting in October of 2023. So module 2 runs from February 18th to June 8th, and it's entitled Embodied Practices and Supportive Somatic Methods. So a reminder, this is our third cohort, and we're really excited. Amanda, my co-creator, and myself are really excited to be offering this training for the third time. So again, just so grateful that this continues to be of interest to people, and it is absolutely needed. So in module 2, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be exploring the body's response to trauma in more scientific detail. So in module 1, we really start to dive into describing what trauma is within our scope of practice and within this particular training. But in module 2, we really start to understand the details of what's happening in the body as a trauma response, and also the importance of regulation, co-regulation, transference, countertransference, and the importance of our self-regulation as a trauma-informed facilitator. We'll also, so Amanda and myself, and we have 5 guest facilitators for this particular module, which is so exciting. I love all of our facilitators. We'll be offering you theory and practices in dance therapy, qigong, pendulation and titration, meditation and mindfulness, yoga nidra, and many other types of modalities within somatic therapy in order to solidify a foundation in the art of becoming a vessel of creative solutions for yourself and your clients. This is why we really dive into all of these different options when it comes to body-based practices. We'll also be laying the foundation of how these methods work, right? How does this actually work in your body? And when they can be helpful to survivors and people who are currently living with trauma, and also how to safely and ethically employ them. So we're going to really dive in on this particular module with all of these things. This module, module 2, will also offer you a deep dive into embodied anatomy, including disembodiment and re-embodiment theory. Tried and true practices for facilitating safe and calm sensations in the body, traditional practices that help to orient, center, and ground the nervous system, and ways to discharge unwanted or unsupportive survival energy. Yeah, and that can get stuck in the body. So we're really going to talk about how we can break out of that trauma loop, or in somatic experiencing, the trauma vortex. So this module intends to enhance your facilitation skills with both individuals and communities through widening the window of tolerance. So really understanding what it looks like to widen that window of tolerance, both for yourself and also for your clients or your communities, those that you're working alongside. We'll also do practices in resetting the vagus nerve. We don't get into polyvagal theory in this particular module. We get into it in module 3. But again, building blocks of how this starts to actually manifest and look, not only in your own practices and how you are facilitating, holding space, how you might be conducting your business. All of these things are addressed. And I think that all of these practices are relative and can be helpful in any situation or scenario. And we'll also be looking into safely re-embodying, right? Assisting your clients and assisting yourself in re-embodying your own sensations, your own emotions, and your own cognitive thought patterns in order to be able to, again, kind of break that cycle that might be happening within that trauma loop. And we're going to be exploring new ways to work with the body, with specifically a mental health care focus, and ultimately completing the threat response cycle. How do we do that? Through the possibility of yoga, dance, qigong, embodied practices, pendulation and titration, all of these things, even getting into philosophy around all of these amazing embodied practices that we really start to dive into in module 2. So like I said, we have 5 amazing guest facilitators for this particular module that come from backgrounds in somatic experiencing, dance and movement therapy, Qigong and Jungian psychology, certified meditation and hearkening technique, Vedic, cosmic, and traditional philosophy, and group, family, and children's psychology. So we have you covered with as many modalities as we can start to offer you to really understand what your practice is going to look like and how you are going to be able to support your communities the best way possible with as many tools in your tool belt. Again, vessel of creative solutions. So please consider joining us for cohort 3. Trauma-informed facilitation is so needed, and it's needed now. And the question that I pose to you as I wrap this information up is, will you be the ripple in your community that invites and inspires shift and support? That's really what we're doing here. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. I seriously and really, I can't think of a better word, seriously and really hope that you will consider joining us for our cohort 3 that begins in October. Thank you so much.